We got the Gavin Guerentz podcast, episode 2. I love these videos, man. It's fun. I can just sit down and rant and talk about anything. Today, I'm going to be talking about finding purpose, finding meaning. You know, I was told recently that your 20s, you really can't mess them up. Your 20s are just for finding what you like, going for it 100%, and seeing if you can make a life out of it, seeing what you want to make a life out of, seeing what you want to put your time to, what skills you want to put your time to, what kind of person you want to be, what kind of people you want to surround yourself with. That's what your 20s are for. It's for discovering who you are, what you want to do, what you care about. And I'm 19, so I'm ahead of the game just a little bit because I'm finding what I like to do. I really love content creation. I love speaking. I love cultivating ideas. I love introspective thoughts. I love topics of religion and spirituality and the world and philosophy. I think it's so interesting and there's so many things to it. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. And something I'm going to start off this podcast with is a reading from this book called The Sermon on the Mount, which goes into Jesus' life, who he was as a person, and what he actually taught and did while he was alive. All day long, the thoughts that occupy your mind, your secret place, as Jesus calls it, are molding your destiny for good or evil. In fact, the truth is that the whole of our life's experience is but the outer expression of our inner thought. The last few years, I've really been paying a lot of attention to things with your mind and how that interacts with the world around us, the universe around us, and people in your lives. Because I realized that things just weren't adding up. I always had in the back of my head, since I was a little kid, a vision of just wanting to be financially free and being able to create and do what I love, but I never knew what that was. And now that I'm getting a little older and exploring these different options and avenues, it's really a beautiful thing. It's really exciting, tapping in different hobbies and interests and going for it and getting more confident every day, getting more bold every day, and not caring about how I'm going to be perceived by others, because ultimately I can't live for others. I have to live for myself, and I have to do the things that are most interesting and cultivating to me, whilst being real and authentic to God, whilst trying to be humble and be respectful and loving to everybody. There's a lot of people who would love to hate, love to prey on people's downfalls. It's just common. People don't want to see other people succeed, you know? Someone's down in the dumps, they see someone doing great, it makes them feel bad about themselves. I get it. But the point being is that I want to be a different voice. I'm trying to showcase and document the whole journey of doing what I love every day, reaching out to other people, encouraging other people to do what they love every day, and all sorts of these things. I've lived a lifestyle I haven't loved, and I don't want to do that anymore. I'm sick of doing that. I've lived a lifestyle of smoking weed, of drinking alcohol, of waking up late, of scrolling on my phone for hours a day, of doing things I didn't like, eating crappy food, having a body I didn't like, feeling uncomfortable in my skin, not knowing who I was, not knowing what I was doing, what I liked. All these questions that young men and women go through when they're developing, when they're in high school, and things like that. And now here I am. Now I'm just trying to change for the better. I'm trying to go for the life I truly love and desire and believe in the most real and authentic way possible. I love music. I love art. I love creativity. I want to get better at these different things. I want to get better at being able to share ideas. I want to get better at talking to the camera. I want to get more knowledgeable and full of wisdom on topics about the Bible, about Jesus, about the world, about the way that you can think about things, perceive things. I've had conversations with people and they've told me before they really like my perceptions on certain topics and the way I choose to look at things. And I figured if there's been a few people who have told me that over the past couple years, why not try and get that out to as many people as possible? I think a lot of people don't really know how to use their mind. And right now the world is set up to control your mind. Everything is set up to hijack your mind and distract you and make you weaker and numb. Social media is set up, it's literally an algorithm set up to capture your attention as much as possible. And for what? You gain nothing from wasting away hours a day on social media. You gain nothing from it. There's so many ads on everything, consumerism, buy this, buy that. There's just too many things everywhere all at once. And it's like, enough, just enough. Can I just live? Can I just do things that I used to do and just enjoy them without this device always throwing crap at me? Can I just go on a walk? Can I just make a song? Can I just live and do things as a human being? Occupation, occupation in America is a huge thing. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I think life is way more than what do you do. I don't live with tomorrow being a thing. I live as only right now. There's no such thing as tomorrow. There's no guarantee that tomorrow you're going to wake up. But every day that you do wake up, every day that I wake up, I think to myself, I'm alive right now. I'm alive today. God has granted me this day. How do I want to spend it? I still do things that I'm not happy of or that I'm not proud of or things that I'd rather change or do better. But it's the point that I'm documenting and showcasing the change, the long-term journey, and ultimately the end game, which is to be financially free through what I can create and share via art, via talking, via song, via music, via writing, podcast, all of it. The Joe Rogan experience. I'm getting this out there right now. That is a dream of mine, is that I want to be on the Joe Rogan experience one day. So it's like saying these things, putting it out in the air, having it in my head is ultimately how it's going to become true one day. I want to be able to have albums and albums out and people can tell me, wow, like I related to you through this music. I related to you through what you said and how you were able to cultivate your words and perceive it in that way. I love philosophy. I love writing. I love all these types of things. And I just want to help people. I just want to be able to relate to people and maybe show them like, you don't have to live this way if you're in a discontent life. There's a lot of mixed up people. There's a lot of people who are on that double life. They want one thing, but they're also doing another thing. And it's like ultimately, I'm just going to be going for the one thing now and really trying to showcase that. Like I said, I've lived that life before. I lived the life of the drinking, the smoking, the scrolling, the bad habits, the not happy in my own body, not happy in my own skin, waking up, and you just think to yourself when you wake up, but not anymore. That's not the life I want. I want to wake up joyous, ready to go, excited for what I'm going to get into that day. That's what the goal is. That's what I want for everybody. And it's a bummer that not everyone has that. It really is. And I'm realizing that I'm in the fortunate position right now where I'm young. I don't have many bills to pay. I'm in a position where I can go for this and I'm secure. I'm in America. I'm in a safe country, a safe town. So I'm fortunate enough to be in this position right now. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do and I'm going to share my experiences the way I can. There's been a few friends over the past few months I found out who were just putting me down for what I was doing, for what I was creating, because it's not, especially the music, is like the music I make isn't the greatest. It's really not. The flows that I have is really awkward and I'm trying to just work on that, change it up, find what works with my voice. I can make some pretty cool beats. I can write some really cool stuff. But like poetry is a lot easier for me probably than rapping because with poetry, there's no beat or anything. You just kind of got your rhythmic little rhymes and you read it out, and rapping is a lot. And I can't sing either. I would love to be able to, so it's just something I have to work on daily. It's something that comes with the grind. It's like I have to release the songs that are gonna just be disliked by most in order to get the songs that can start to help people, reach people, affect people in a positive way, because ultimately that's all this is. I love rap. I think I want to tap into a specific little nookie, a specific little avenue of rap that would be like poetic philosophy rap. Okay? I don't want like the hardcore killer gangster rap. I don't want the rap about degenerating women. I don't want the rap about drugs. I love the rap that is philosophical and poetic. I think it's amazing. You know, there's a song with Kendrick Lamar that came out in his recent album called Reincarnated, where him and God are talking back and forth. And like songs like that, I think are so beautiful. I think they're so amazing to listen to. I think they're so cool. J. Cole posted a snippet recently of this project that he's been working on, which he's been working on for 10 plus years. And the song that he showed a snippet of started from him dying at his funeral. And it was his life going backwards and how everything was experienced. And it's crazy, the workings of these guys' minds and how they're able to portray these ideas. And I love that. I want to be one of those. I want to be one of these crazy philosopher guys with the, wow, I can't believe this guy was able to pull something off like that and describe something like that and make a song about something like that. How cool, how unique. Everyone's lost. Everyone doesn't know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I just wake up and I just do what's most interesting. And I pray to God to give me guidance and help me make the right decisions. I was recently told swearing. I swear. Someone close to me, they said, you probably shouldn't swear because you don't want to lead people in the wrong direction of what your goals are, what you're doing. Because swearing itself, I always thought was something that I kind of liked to add emphasis when you're saying certain things. But I don't want to mislead people, portraying me as something that I'm not. Because swearing is typically associated with, lower quality traits, lower quality aspirations, maybe if you swear a lot. So swearing is one thing where it's like being aware of that, working on it, and not trying to lead people in the wrong direction. Because if I claim to be a follower of Christ, and I'm claiming to want to be helping people and showcasing to people how they can ultimately go after what they want, and they should live a life where they're doing the things that they're most interested in. Because why would you want to waste your time in this one experience that you get here on earth. So being self-aware, learning a lot about myself, learning a lot about certain things that I'm doing and how I could change it, how I could reword what I'm saying, how I could change my perspectives on certain topics. I know how sometimes I can be perceived online. I make all types of different videos. Sometimes I'll make videos and I talk real aggressive. Sometimes it's soft. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's about a song. I'm trying to capture everything, be well-rounded, and capture all parts of it. Because yes, I'm a follower of Christ. Yes, I believe in God. But I'm not perfect. I have my ups and downs. I've had it all. There's a lot of lost people. There's a lot of lost people. Everyone just wants to be accepted. Everyone wants to be accepted for who they are. And it's scary when you're doing something new because ultimately it's going to have the hardest acceptance rate when you're first starting out rather than if you've been doing it for 5 years. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm still in the beginning. It's been a year and a half of me making content and music and stuff, and building acceptance and building understanding from the people who are closest to you is ultimately what everyone wants, because those things money can't buy, and those are the things that are most important in life. Having close relationships with people, having family and friends, being a good human being in the ways such as just loving people and treating people with love and respect. Those are ultimately the only things that matter here in this life. And that's ultimately how I want to be perceived. And I don't want to give off the wrong message. I just want to be real. I just want to be authentic. And I want to say what I got to say. And if it helps people, it helps people. And that's all I want.